already being witnessed across Europe, Asia, and America, with collateral damages. The challenge in Nigeria, however, is more precarious considering the nature and characteristics of Nigerians as a people. Despite all the public enlightenment and warning system on flooding, Nigerians find it difficult to adhere to cautions. Observance of sanitation exercises low in the area of waste disposal. Those who live in coastal regions have observed use of early warnings to relocate, and worse still, some people construct houses on water lines. Still, in many areas across the Federation, the contributing factors rest on leadership, safety and preventive measures such as construction of drainage systems are neglected, particularly in the rural areas. All these lead to the revolving cycle of flooding in the country. The big question is, what are the concrete measures put in place to avert flood disasters in Nigeria, especially at the state level? Join us in the conversation tonight on Weekend File as we bring you situation reports from across the nation. Our guest is Clement Director General, Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency. I am Kenan Ima Abodikem. The news now. Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency. Let's begin with politics as World Congresses for the All Progressives Congress APC were held nationwide this Saturday. Umeayo, who compiled the reports across the state, said some through election this Saturday. Umeayo, who compiled the reports
representatives from 484 wards in Kano State gathered, smiles on almost all the faces. Sign of unity and consensus was the mood adopted in choosing the wards experts in a procedural manner.
I'm happy to see that all the procedures that we follow, all necessary documents are available.
Pictures tell the location. During a World Congress, the leaders meet the food soldiers in Nasarawa State, and the process concluded quite early because it was consensus. The leaders meet the food soldiers in Nasarawa State, and the process concluded quite early because it was consensus. Two factions conducted the congresses, one for Abdullahi Samari and another for Bashiru Buhari. But consensus was adopted in both factions, and party Samari came out with their membership cards in solidarity to the faction where the unity lies.
That it is a success story that we'll be hearing all through the process of Congress today. That I'm sure it is a success story.
In Adamawa State, it's not one accord, but a contest. 6,102 delegates on the queues to elect officials for the 226 wards.
It was done successfully. No hate, no anything.
On the queues. Another contest in Ogun State. Security officials keeping an eye. Party people came out in mass and choosing who leads.
It is open election, not secret ballots.
It is first time participating in the APC Congress after his defection, and the state government David Omai is pleased with the conduct of his fellow party leaders.
The consensus arrangement being demonstrated at the field by way of massive mobilization and election. The consensus are quite impressive.
For states going for elections, no result out yet. While those for consensus, ESCO members already know. For states going for elections, no result out yet.
Turning now to security matters, Kaduna State Police Command has apprehended a total of 39 suspects for their alleged involvement in various crimes, including kidnapping, Police Command has apprehended brave violence. Haruna Mohammed reports.
The suspects were arrested from various parts of the state with various kinds of arms and ammunition recovered from them. Outgoing Commissioner of Police, now AIG, Musa Modi says police in Kaduna State, especially in tackling banditry, has been a happy police. He gave a review of the successes recorded by the police from January to date.
Suspects arrested 90. Number of kidnapping victims rescued 198. Number of homicide cases reported 66. Number of homicide suspects arrested 166. Number of natural rescue cases reported 15.
While calling on the public to be security conscious, AIG Muri reiterates the need for people to volunteer useful information that will enable police to nip crime in the bud. In Kaduna, Haruna Mohammed and the need for people to volunteer useful
Katsina Police
information
Command
that
has
will enable
arrested
police to nip
wife
crime
of
in
a
the
notorious
bud.
bandit,
In Kaduna,
Nura Al-Haji in possession of over 2 million naira suspected to be proceeds from arms supplied to bandits in Kaduna. Sheikh Adamu has more on this and our arrests made by the police command.
The 27-year-old suspect Aisha Nura, the wife of the suspected bandit Nura Al-Haji resides at Baranda village in Bazari local government area of Katsina State. The command's public relations officer, Superintendent of Police Gamba Isa said the suspect who was arrested in possession of a sum of 2,405,000 naira confessed to be on errand for her husband, who belongs to a camp of suspected bandits leader Amurada.
Now they are using women, and to glory be to Almighty, we have succeeded in cracking this, and also to their only modus operandi. We have
Meanwhile,
succeeded
the Katsina Police Command
in
also apprehended suspected receivers of wheelchairs donated to the physically challenged by the Governor Aminu Bello Masari Youth and Empowerment Foundation and recovered 15 of the wheelchairs sold to them. SP Gamba Isa explained that the receivers purchased each of the wheelchairs at the sum of 7,000 naira from some of the beneficiaries instead of the market price of 150,000 naira per wheelchair. The command also paraded 5 suspected sodomists who at different intervals lowered a 17-year-old boy and had unlawful carnal knowledge of the victim against the order of nature. SP Gamba Isa said investigations into the 3 cases are still on and suspects will soon be taken to court. As Katsina Isa said investigations into the 3 cases are still on.
And the mastermind of Kano missing children, Paul Onwe, has been sentenced to 104 years in medium security custodial center, Kurma, by the Kano State High Court. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports that the defendant, during the court session, pleaded guilty.
The 38-count charge leveled against Paul Onwe was based on the information provided by the Kano State government. The presiding judge of the Kano State High Court, Justice Zuera Yusuf, was while delivering the judgment by the Kano State Paul Onwe, presiding judge of the Kano State High Court in Custodial Center for conspiring among other 5 accomplices who kidnapped children under 10 years from Kano and sold them out at Onitsha in Anambra State. Justice Yusuf therefore categorized the offences of Paul to 3 classifications. The first category was that the court found Paul guilty in count 2, 8, 9, 21, 27, and 34. Thereby convicted him to 7 years on each count, without option of fine to the sum of 100,000 naira. Also, he was guilty in count 3, 5, 10, 11, 22, 28, and 38 head count. He was sentenced to 7 years. While in the last category, Justice Zuera said Paul was in contravention of count 4, 12, 13, 29, and 38, and therefore convicted him to 4 years on each count without option of fine, and ordered that all the counts shall run consecutively. Although the remaining 5 defendants pleaded not guilty for all the charges leveled against them, hence their trial will continue. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Winning the fight against insecurity and achieving the desired peace in Nigeria is possible through justice, fairness, and religious tolerance. This was a submission of speakers at a peace summit hosted by the World Organization of Ambassadors, Argentina, in collaboration with Hand Up Development Organization, Nigeria. Oluseyi Adabo reports.
Speakers at this World Peace Summit say Nigeria is blessed with incredibly rich diversity of people, cultures, and religions, which can be an advantage in making making the country the toast of all the nations and a land of bountiful harvest. This week has expressed worry over the state of insecurity in parts of the country, advocated for proper management of Nigeria's diversity. The World Peace Summit, which has at its theme raising world peace pillars and redefining Africa's geopolitics, the organizers say is an acknowledgement of the efforts of peace promoters and re-emphasizing on its importance to build a vibrant nation which benefits all.
When there is peace in this nation, you'll find out that things will be moving accordingly.
We are not talking about religion, we are not talking about tribe. It has affected everybody.
One of the awardees and Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, Kogi Mohammed, who was represented promised the new commitment to the peace and endurancy of Nigeria.
We need everybody to join in this cause to promoting peace and unity in this country.
The next World Peace Summit Nigeria is for September 2021 in Abuja, Olusegun Adiago, and the next World Peace Summit
Now,
Nigeria
veterans of the armed forces of Nigeria have joined the private sector and individuals that complement government efforts in improving the welfare of ex-servicemen and families of the nation's fallen heroes. This was restated by veterans at the unveiling of a Veteran Families Care Center established at the Mogadishu Military Cantonment, Abuja. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa has details.
War veterans are appealed and their productive years fighting battles to secure Nigeria and Nigerians. War veterans are appealed others from
when put into consideration that this man that is amputated today can get limb. This man that has brain injury today can walk into a hospital. Because most of the times people just feel that this man has retired but he needs medical care.
This project, a Veteran Family Care Center, is aimed at integrating care for war veterans and their families in times of need.
We are therefore gathered here to try and complement the efforts of the government and the armed forces of Nigeria to commence the process of healing the wounds of our soldiers, their widows, and orphans, as well as other members of their families.
More people need to understand why they need to encourage the military. Your soldiers need to be encouraged, and one of the ways you can encourage them is to see them and say, we will provide for you. Your soldiers will look after your welfare and will take care of your family in case you are no longer available.
Veterans and widows at the event appeal to other foundations to emulate the gesture. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, veteran and the widows at the event.
Away from security matters, 31st July is observed as Pan-African Women Day to advance gender equality and economic empowerment. Against this background, July revisits the new phase of widowhood, how to surmount their financial challenges to meet their goals and aspirations.
Men as breadwinners fight to make ends meet for the sustenance of their families. But when the inevitable death men as breadwinners is fight to make ends pain, agony, emotional trauma, and some harmful traditional practices for the wives turned widows. 62-year-old marriage trauma who resides traditional Abuja suburb knows where it pinches widows having lost her husband in 2013.
It is good for a woman to have something doing. In case if the husband dies, that she cannot rely on that thing that she's doing to help her.
Another 62-year-old widow who lost her husband in 2011, leaving behind 4 children, has a similar story. Another 62-year-old
struggle to make it continue.
Their tears represent that of millions of widows in Nigeria. This explains the efforts by government at all levels that to provide safeguards that millions through social investment programs. This explains the efforts, the conditional cash transfer and homegrown school feeding program to alleviate poverty.
That's very helpful like this. That's why they greet and more. God is going to help you all your family.
Any widow around you,
impacts into her. Encourage her. Don't assume that it's well with her.
Nobody should subject you to any animalistic or undignifying treatment of any sort.
In Islam, there is no denying the right of a widow because the provision for inheritance is there.
In Abuja, Talat Ezerike, NTA News.
Workout Rice Limited, producers of parboiled rice in Argungu, Kebbi State, has concluded arrangements to expand and double its production by constructing new rice milling company. As First Bank of Nigeria PLC agrees to make huge investments in the project. The second phase is designed to provide more job opportunities and boost rice production in the state and beyond. The second phase
Workout Rice Limited is one of the largest rice mills in Africa that started operations in 2017 and has an annual milling capacity of 120,000 metric tons. It has robust procurement network reaching out to thousands of farmers in the country. This meeting, attended by Kebbi State Governor Atiku Abubakar Bahudu, the Managing Director of First Bank Nigeria PLC, Adeshola Adeduntan, and the Chairman, Workout Rice Limited, the Managing Director opens a new chapter in the company's profile as it goes into partnership with First Bank of Nigeria PLC to finance the construction of the second phase of the rice milling company. With First Bank of Nigeria PLC to finance the construction of the second phase.
We have reached a very advanced stage in securing the funding for the rice mill, which will be of the same capacity located in the same building as where we are today.
Our assurance is that we will remain a very, very close financial partner of Workout Rice. Over and above supporting Workout Rice, we see the socio-economic impact of locating this factory in this state.
Workout have demonstrated that Nigeria is an investment destination like no other.
The management of the Workout Rice Limited and Managing Director of the First Bank Nigeria PLC called on Emir of Argungu, Samaila Muhammad Umera. The Emir acknowledged the immense contribution of Rice Milling Company towards transforming socio-economic development of Kebbi State. He asked them to do more toward improving the lives of the host community. In Sakwato, Dalatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
You're watching Weekend File on the network service of the NTA. Time for break. To join us again.
Hooray! You can now buy and register a new Airtel SIM card and enjoy 8 times bonus on all your recharges. Visit any certified Airtel shop today with your NIN and get instant double data and 8 times bonus on every recharge. If you don't have NIN, you can also register for it at the Airtel shop. This offer is available to all new Airtel customers.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
My son has always dreamt of being in the spotlight. As his mother, it is my duty to help him live up to his dream. That's why I give him Born Vita every day, which contains iron, zinc, and vitamin C that supports his immunity and gives him the strength to pursue his dreams. Born Vita, strength to dream.
The future belongs to those who leverage on digital innovations. Digital Peers International presents Digitest Online 2021, an online summer camp that brings ages 8 to 18 together across Nigeria, Canada, US, and more countries. Team Digital Skills Pathway to Prosperity. Date 8 to 16 August 2021. At Digitest, kids and teens will harness their potential to create digital products with possibilities of making profits online. Participation would be virtual with few physical non-residential at the Digitest Center, Abuja, and we all enjoy a level playing field to compete with students across the globe. Lots of prizes to be won. Give your kids an opportunity of a lifetime today for only 5,000 Naira for virtual and 20,000 Naira for physical. To register, visit our website at www.digitalpeers.org/digitestonline2021 or call 08077823307 or 08077823308.
There are certain moments in the day when I need my me time to just unwind and indulge.
What is this?
The Cadbury goodness is in every pack of Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, making you feel cheerful and pleasant. Enjoy the Cadbury goodness.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial
of the danger ahead.
By the report I received from Federal Ministry of Environment about meteorological information, that Taraba State, most of the area that are river-run will be flooded.
Mr. Timothy Ismaila further says Taraba State Environmental Protection Agency is planning to embark on public enlightenment about dangers of impending floods in the state. As the month of August sets in, communities on or around river banks in the state have been advised to leave for safer places. In Jalingo, Adamu Haruna Adams, NTA News.
From Bauchi comes a report that Thursday night flood has claimed 3 lives and washed away the Gadar-Molka Bridge along Bauchi-Kano Road in Ningi local government area of Bauchi State. Let's hear more from Mahmoud Ibn Muhammad.
Gadar-Molka, a critical portion along Bauchi-Kano Road, was badly hit by flood Thursday night following a heavy downpour that lasted hours. Although no destruction of homes, the community along the bridge is also affected. During an assessment visit, Governor Bala Mohammed commiserated with the people and called on the federal government to urgently fix the bridge as he makes arrangements for temporary measures.
We have seen it, engineering solution is going to be provided, but the normal palliation that will be provided is to make sure the place is made passable. As a state government, we have taken the permission of the representative of the federal government to make sure that immediate palliation is given.
Also affected by the flood is Yankari quarters within Bauchi Metropolis. In Bauchi, Mahmoud Ibn Muhammad, NTA News.
Director General, Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, Clement Nze, joins us in the studio live. You're welcome to Weekend File.
Thank you, it's my pleasure.
It's almost a tale of war and looking very, very scary, even with the rains yet to finally settle in the season. Let's appraise the situation.
Well, from the clips we are seeing here, from Lagos to Taraba to Bauchi, and so on and so forth, is a little bit worrisome, seeing that rainfall is yet to be properly established in most cities in Nigeria. And by the operation we gave, the number is quite increasing per day. Number of local government areas or states that have fallen to the devastation by the flood. So it's a bit quite worrisome, seeing that we are just getting into the peak of flooding, or so to say rainy season in Nigeria. August, September is the peak. But even in April this year, we experienced flooding in Onitsha that did a lot of havoc in Onitsha. April, and other states likewise. And then in this month of July, that is ending today, we have seen the signature all over the place. So to us, it's a little bit issue of concern as we move into the real season of rainfall in the year 2021.
Well, flood disaster is not peculiar to Nigeria at this very moment, but we are worried, just like you've established here. I don't know, what is really the problem? People have been warned, like you rightly pointed out. They have been told things about the impending flood and things to do and things not to do. Where have we gone wrong in all of this? Because, like I said earlier, it's getting scary.
In the month of May this year, even before May, the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency was on air to alert the nation, states in particular, to prepare for what could come out this year by way of flooding and the attendant destructions. That was before May. But on the 6th of May, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adam, made a public presentation of the flood situation for the country for the year 2021. He followed it up with letters to each state governor in Nigeria, including the Minister of FCT, telling each governor these are local government areas in your state that have been fingered that might fall to flooding incident in the year 2021. These are the ABCD the things you should do. So some of us in this, upstream sector of flood-related disaster, we talk about it before time. When we see the actors in the states, rolling out in mass, going out to the sites, locations that where flood has taken place, to us is like a drama. Because one expected that once such a release is made, there should be early action. The agency expects that once that publication is made with regard to specific local government areas in the states, we would have loved to see the governors mobilizing their citizens. Each state government in Nigeria has state emergency management agency. Each state has the development control or what urban planning, regional planning in each state. We expect that they should have mobilized them, even the citizens, just as they do political activities, to begin to do some remedial work. Like I saw in Lagos State, people try to clear the gutters. I don't know what you are clearing now. You are already inside it. This ought to have been done before the onset of flooding, maybe around March, April, or even May.
And in most cases, in some of these areas that we are mentioning, gutters and waterways are not even curated at all.
You could see it there. See one big channel in Lagos, I don't know the particular location in Lagos State, that is filled up with rubbish, floating on top. And the other ones, they are clearing the gutter, they are trying to use shovels to evacuate. It is all over the states. It's all over the states in Nigeria. The system is dynamic. Population is increasing. Waste disposal is not being properly done by individuals. That's why individuals also should take responsibility too. There should be proper policing. If there are no laws, or where the laws exist and there are no enforcement, people are bound to do whatever they want to do. Human beings by nature wouldn't want to be police, wouldn't want to do certain things. That's why laws are put in place to checkmate us. That when you get to a traffic light, you must stop. You stop. If you fail to stop, if you commit any offense, relevant authorities should go after you. I'm talking about the road traffic. Likewise, when it comes to disposal of waste, the same thing should apply. If you are caught disposing waste indiscriminately, proper sanctions should follow. That will help to curtail the incident of blockage of drainages where they do exist.
All right, we are discussing averting a flood disaster in 2021 and beyond tonight on Weekend File. It's time again for break. Do stay with us.
I need help, so please go to the market and get me everything I need to cook this food. Get my pepper and get my onions. I'm waiting. Do you know how to buy pepper? Do you know how to buy sachet? You wouldn't even let my mother come and stay. I need help. You don't know how stressful it is taking care of these 3 kids. Are you still there? If you're not getting me fresh meat, do you understand?
Okay, I'm at the
Can
meat.
you switch to video call, please? Okay, give me that one. The one by your side.
Okay, please.
Where do I buy all these things now?
Hey, go get Glow Berekete and call Madam.
The heavyweight voice and data plan. Get 600 naira free credit plus 700% bonus on every recharge and up to 100% bonus on data plans.
We are StarTimes, the most affordable digital pay TV platform with the widest signal coverage in Nigeria, dedicated to bringing the best TV entertainment around the world to your screen. From Hollywood to Bollywood to Nollywood, we offer the most affordable subscription. Enjoy over 75 channels for as low as 1,700 naira, like Nat Geo Wild, BBC, ESPN, and premium sports like Emirates FA Cup, La Liga, Bundesliga, wrestling. What's more exciting? We have the most flexible payment options in Nigeria. Don't dull. Join us now for an exciting journey. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Dear compatriots, our country can be as great as we want.
Let us all commit ourselves to its greatness.
We must be willing to set aside our differences, unite and stay as one.
In our expansive landmass, human and material resources, and plurality lies our strength.
Let our challenges lead us to rediscover our common ground, and together, let's find solutions.
This will take some time, so it requires patience, tolerance, and forgiveness from every one of us.
Let all hands come on deck to protect and transform our country.
Let us unite and see each other not as adversaries, but as brothers and sisters.
Together, we can build a better Nigeria for ourselves and for the next generations.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, with support from Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
Thank you for staying with us on Weekend File. In the year 2020, Kebbi State witnessed the worst flood disaster in recent times as the affected communities are still counting their losses. So, what are some of the measures put in place to avert the 2020 experience this year? Let's hear from Usman Abdullahi Show.
The year 2020 was a traumatic year in Kebbi State, as the state witnessed the worst flood disaster in recent times. In spite of the early warnings by the relevant agencies about perennial flooding, many communities in the state suffered recurring flood devastation, which led to loss of lives, destruction of farmlands and property worth millions of naira in 18 out of 21 local government areas of the state. The 2020 flood submerged over 500 hectares of rice plantation and other crops, displaced many communities, and 4 major bridges were washed away by the flood, which affected many socio-economic activities in the state. The state chairman, Emergency Management Agency, Alhaji Sani Dododo, said, according to the weather forecast agencies, 14 local government areas in Kebbi State are predicted to be affected by the flood this year.
These local government are categorized number 1 and 2, highly probable and probable local government. So the highly probable local government in Kebbi State are 4: Argungu, Augi, Bagodo, and the Birnin Kebbi. This is a highly probable local government. That means these are the local government according to focus that are going to be highly affected.
Tackle the issues of the disaster this year, the chairman said series of stakeholders meetings were held to ensure minimal devastation in the event of reoccurrence of the disaster. He highlighted other measures taken by government to avert the disaster, to include relocation of flood-prone communities to safer places, procurement of immediate relief materials, evacuation of waterways, and adequate sensitization, among others. Usman Abdullahi Shehu, NTA News.
With relevant agencies predicting a possible flooding this year, Anambra State government says it is prepared to manage any disaster that may occur, as holding centers have been put in all coastal local government areas of the state. Joy Elebu has details.
Flooding has become a yearly occurrence in Anambra State as coastal communities of Anambra East and West, Oka North, Ayamelum, Ekusigo, Ihiala and Obaru experience one level of flooding or another, with some communities perennially submerged.
Following the predictions of these relevant agencies, we prepare their minds to get ready so that when the floods start coming, we evacuate them, because there's just no other way except dredging the river Niger.
We are not praying for such a thing to happen again. With this flood that is coming, that means Oka North is in danger.
Aside coastal communities, studies show that people living along erosion corridors also experience mudslides and destruction with heavy rains, as flood menace no doubt contributes to the problem of erosion, a peculiar environmental problem in Anambra State. This situation has compelled the Anambra State Emergency Management Agency to move into these communities to reawaken their consciousness on the yearly occurrence. The magnitude of flood devastation in Anambra State, which has continued to increase, affecting many agrarian communities, experts say sustained effort is needed to save more areas threatened by the menace. In Oka, Joy Iluebu, NTA News.
And in Kogi State, residents are hoping for more collaboration to avert flood following the confluence nature of the state. Deborah Yola Samuel reports on the level of preparedness this year.
Kogi State appears to be at the center of the zones where flood devastation has become a regular occurrence. In the last decade, almost every passing year, it's been one tale after another to relocate to higher plains and flash floods in several communities and local government areas, a situation which has warranted the government and people to look inward and develop self-help mechanisms. A total of 623,690 displaced persons were accommodated in 87 camps across the state.
The disaster has become a natural phenomenon in our state, and we want the federal government and the state government to provide a special mechanism for the people who are staying very close to the riverine area.
This buildings that matters, but the attitude of our people, the attitude of the victims is what is causing this problem.
If there are drainages, flash flood will not take place. All these water that flow on the ground immediately after rain will find their ways in drainages. So construction of drainages is another important thing that government should carry out.
Kogi State government and the people are now more informed and better prepared against 2021 rain predictions and possible floods. All who live in floodplains have consequently relocated to higher grounds for safety. Deborah Yola Samuel, NTA News.
Of course, Clement Nze, the Director General, Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, is still very much around here. Let's talk about trying to put a human face to all of these. Aside the warning systems by your agency, are there other measures you ought to have taken practically, to put vulnerable areas on their toes to do the needful?
See, there are levels of operations. There are responsibilities that are, apportioned to different segments of the society or levels of government. At the federal level, the forecasting agencies are doing their bit very well, which are the Nigeria Meteorological Agency, which comes out early in the year to talk about the rainfall pattern, what we call precipitation, the onset and cessation dates, when will it start in each local government area in Nigeria, when will it end, number of days of rainfall, the amount of rainfall that you should be expecting in each local government area. They'll give you all these figures. My own agency, the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, we take it up from there with other parameters we use to work out the issue of flooding. And these things are done and transmitted to the states. Unfortunately, if I may say, going by your question, our assignments is mainly advisory. We give you warning. We specified before you or to you the state governments. These are the things that are going to happen most likely in your states. In your local government area, these are the places you should be watching out for. It is expected that the state government should pick it up from there. We don't have any enforcement to go to any state to begin to interfere with what they do. The much we do is we make the forecast or the prediction known ahead of time. We carry out a sensitization program in various zones in the country. Maybe we come to Makurdi, for instance, we gather some of the states within that zone. The traditional rulers, the local government chairman, and so on and so forth, they will gather. We will inform them, we will enlighten them. This is what you are going to expect. This is what you should do. We go to Kaduna, and so on and so forth. Various zones in the state. We can't go to each state anywhere in the country. Now, it is expected that the state government should pick it up from there. Those in politics, once they announce the timetable, they know what to do about political issues. If you don't do so by this time, now INEC will blacklist you, that you're not able to submit your candidates. So when we tell you that flood is coming in your local government area, and we mention them, for goodness sake, we expect that the state government should take it up from there. We can't go to your state and begin to police you. We can't do that.
All right, Engineer Clement Nze. Well, the rains are just beginning and they haven't even started. It's scary. Now, let's go to what we can do to salvage the situation going forward. How much can we achieve? Because the damages are there already and counting by the day.
Now, the rain is already here. This is not the time to begin to construct drainages. I think it's quite late in the day. The issue of mobilizing the people, removing rubbish, clearing drainages that are blocked, let the people begin to do it, individuals as well as the state governments, local governments. Remove blocked drainage, clean them. Later, somebody was talking from Kogi State. The flash floods, like what happened in Jalingo and even in Lagos, because of poor drainage system, the overland flow during and after rainfall couldn't find a way to pass through to empty into the rivers or the open channels. They have to put down structures. If there were drainages, such couldn't have happened. You can begin to sensitize the people. We're talking about what should be done now. Mobilize the people. Let them know that their lives and property are at risk. Identify higher grounds where people can move. In Kogi State, we have done some work. I've seen some of the camps designated. That was 2018. And also, under the Presidential Committee on Flood Relief and Rehabilitation, there's a flood hostel in Kogi State. The level is not enough. It has all kinds of facilities, the hospital, borehole, and so people sleep there, live there for the period of flooding. There are other camps. So state government should identify higher grounds now where they will take their citizens, provide facilities for them to stay, and let them move before the proper flooding sets in, because the months of July, August, September, at times, early part of October, are the critical months of flooding in Nigeria, especially August, September. So people, even buildings that are within the flood plains, like in Abuja, I remember, I think around last year, close to 250 houses or structures were removed, were pulled down. So remove buildings that are within the flood plains, people who have built their houses.
Enforcing
yes.
That, yeah.
Each, like I mentioned it earlier, like in Abuja, we have what we call development control departments. They have the power, they have the law to mark structures and pull them down. They can do that. They have the power to do that.
And states can
The states also have their own town planning authorities.
All right.
That can do those things.
We want to thank you for coming on Weekend File, and we wish you good luck, even as we continue to look at the situation, which, like we say, is indeed scary.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
We'll be talking with Engineer Clement Nze, Director General, Hydrological Services Agency. Of course, this is Weekend File on the NTA Network Service. Time for our last break on the program. To stay.
GoTV Biggie Goals promo don't land. Better digging levels, better grooves, no hard at all on top GoTV. Make you not miss this awoof as GoTV price don't go down low for inside Biggie Goals promo. Now you fit get GoTV decoder, GoTenna with 1 month max subscription will be 9,500 naira before for 6,900 naira now. See discount. Make yourself enjoy football for inside your house. Cross your leg, watch BB Niger drama and shows for Africa Magic and international series them. Biggie Goals promo now for you. Better discount. Go get your own now for only 6,900 naira to enjoy max levels for GoTV. This offer no go to tell. GoTV. Love it.
Welcome back. It's actually not looking too bright for Team Nigeria at the Tokyo Olympic Games, but then there is still hope. Let's bring in Bade Adeleye now on Sports Update.
Many thanks, Kene. Sunday is another day. Nigeria's quest for medals at the Olympics continues on Sunday as Esebrume will be competing in the women's long jump qualifying round from 1:50 a.m. Uche Ishakiri and Enoch Adegoke will both be aiming for a final berth in the 100 meters semi-finals for men. Tobi Amuson will also line up in the 100 meters hurdles semi-final as one of the favorites for a final spot. Meanwhile, the disqualification of 10 Nigerian athletes at Tokyo 2020 and the provisional suspension of sprint queen Blessing Okagbare dominated discussions on NTA Sports World, with me Saturday afternoon as guests were critical of officials who they believe failed the athletes.
Height of incompetence, that is the name, because if we are competent enough, these little loopholes would have been seen.
These athletes, as far as I'm concerned, they've not done any wrong. It's just due to negligence we have to call out, those that are responsible.
This has cost us what we never bargained for, and it kept on coming from bad to worse every day.
Right, we hope Nigeria will come out strong from this situation. Moving on, Yaba Stars on Saturday emerged the winners of the maiden edition of the Nigeria Interreligious Council Peace Cup, beating New Dawn FC 2-0 in the final played at Old Parade Ground in Abuja.
Major purpose of this is to unite the youth and to bring them together through sports, to preach for the peace. So they are vanguards of peace, and definitely peace will be achieved in this country through the youth.
When the youth are in the field, they will know that this is an opportunity for them to develop themselves, to respect humanity, to respect vegetation even, to respect the environment.
Meanwhile, tomorrow looks like the D-Day as the new Nigeria Professional Football League champions could emerge as leaders Aqua United will entertain MFMFC in Uyo in one of March Day's 37 games. The match will be live on NTA from 4 p.m. Do watch out for that. And finally, the Federation of Public Service Games on Saturday resumed its monthly Keep Fit exercise, the event held at the training pitch of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium.
That the civil service is kept very fit, because a very fit and active, body system makes the civil servant mentally alert.
We are not mentally active, and if we are not healthy, we cannot put in our best in our work. And you all know that the civil service is actually the engine of the government.
More happier is the fact that all ministry departments and agencies that participated strictly observed the COVID-19 protocols.
Of course, that does it, but Jamaica made headlines earlier today as their women claimed all the available medals in the 100 meters final, and Ellen Thompson in the process became the world's fastest woman alive. That's Sports Update. It's back to you, Kene.
Many thanks, Badi. Now, the body of a professor of criminology and member, Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, Femi Odekunle, has been laid to rest in Ilesha, Osun State. Wasiu Rauf reports.
Series of renditions as family, friends, and associates bid Professor Femi Odekunle farewell at the funeral service held in his country home, Ilesha. The Most Reverend Amos Akindeko, Bishop of Ilesha Methodist Church, Nigeria, admonished the congregation not to forget that death is inevitable as everyone has an appointed time on earth, urging her for a life of service to humanity as late Femi Odekunle did.
What will you give in exchange for your soul? Christianity is not about title.
An academician and often referred to as the first professor of criminology to be criminalized for unknown crime by the former head of state, General Sani Abacha, will be sorely missed for being a detribalized Nigerian and his selfless service to the nation, having served as a member Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption in Nigeria.
My father was a unique man. He was an icon.
So he was happy to live in the north, even though he was from the south. He married men from the north. He was all about one Nigeria.
A pride to Nigeria, very honest, courageous,
intelligent, and patriotic man.
Professor Femi Odekunle died on the 29th of December 2020 at 77 years. From Ilesha, Osun State, Wasil Rauf, NTA News.
Now a quick check on tomorrow's weather.
Welcome. The north is having a great rainfall season. This federal road linking Bauchi and Kano in Ningi caved in on Friday after torrential rains between Thursday and Friday, and we still have good rainfall setting up over this region as there are prospects of thunderstorms in the morning over the northeast stretching to Kano and parts of Sokoto and Kebbi in the far northwest. So we still expect rains to be over the north by the afternoon period. Down south, it should be mostly cloudy conditions with some prospects of light rains, mostly to the southeastern part of the country. We still expect light to moderate rains over Benue State through the Federal Capital Territory and Niger State. The eye of the storm for Sunday should be over parts of Nasarawa Plateau, Bauchi, southern Kano, and Kaduna. And I leave you with the forecast for other parts of the country.
And that's been the news for Weekend Foul. Don't forget to be a star with NTA as we wage war against rape and rapists. Kene Ima Aboliges Manim. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend.